We are back in the Coons Cafe with our show after the show, and of course the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show every week. And now that we're in the football season, Ted Arnaud will be with us from noon to 1 every week. Bob Dvorak and I and Greg Diolis walking the line. We pick the winners as far as against the spread, as we like to say, for entertainment purposes only. If you're looking for some great entertainment and great food, this is the place to be. Of course, all of your favorite sports teams on the HD TVs, and food from everything from burgers and hoagies and even some salmon if you like, and some great pepperoni and cheese and crackers. They have got it all, and of course you can enjoy your adult beverage. You can take a six-pack and mix and match, or you can actually sit here and enjoy a cold one and have a very wonderful day. Kristen Calandra is here right now. We're thinking Oktoberfest. It won't be long. Fall is just around the bend, and we wanted to spotlight some of their very popular beers. What do we have here?
Okay, this one's Hacker Shore. Is actually imported from Germany, made in Munich. Germany purity laws and all of that. It's one of the popular ones because it's one of the original 5 from the Oktoberfest in Germany.
One of the original 5. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, here we go. And this is?
That's Heavy Seas. They're Treasure Fest. They're based out of Baltimore. And that is actually a very good Oktoberfest. Like, I was surprised. I love Heavy Seas.
Notice how she smiled when she said that. And up next,
Great Lakes. Based out of Cleveland, Ohio. Great Lakes, you know, they've got all of their steady ones like Commodore Perry, Burning River, Edmund Fitzgerald, but their Oktoberfest, they do it right.
All right, now look, this is only because of Greg Diolis. It was the only way I could actually keep him for the show. After the show, talk to me about Pittsburgh Brewing and Iron City Beer, now being brewed daily in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and why this beer is continuing to make not a comeback, but I think popular choices as far as people in the region, and it's proving once again that through it all, it has withstood the test of time to be one of Pittsburgh and the surrounding region's favorite beers.
It is. It's one of those beers that once you try it, you either love it or hate it, and most love it, and it holds true. My friend Eric is an Iron City man. My friends are Icy Light drinkers, won't drink anything else. They just love Icy Light. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want this and so many other great beers in there, Thursdays in which you can actually taste and sample some of the amazing products, especially from some of the local brewers. You want to come out and say hi to Kristen at the Coons Cafe, McKnight Road. And now that football season is here, what better way to kick off your tailgate season with one of the many spectacular brews. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here he is, Greg Diolis, ladies and gentlemen. So what is it about this beer, and why do you love it so much?
It's Pittsburgh, Rob. It's not that way. I mean, it tastes good to me because I've had multiple thousands of them over my career. But
always responsible, though.
It's all about Pittsburgh. It's the roots. It makes me feel like I'm doing something that's Pittsburgh-ish, and it's what I drink when I'm having fun with my friends.
All right, let's tie it into everything that is Pittsburgh, and we'll begin with where you were at this weekend. And I'm sure there were a lot of these being responsibly drank because the crowd was absolutely spectacular. Pitt's big win on the big stage, 42-39, 117 yards rushing for James Conner. Ryan Lewis, a little over a minute left. He seals the win with an interception in the end zone. Let's go, Pitt.
It was the most fun that I've had at a college football game in a dozen years or more. It was just a day that brought back all those memories from when we were younger, when you were kids, when you were in your college days. It was Pitt and Penn State. It was the venom, but it was good-natured, fun ribbing with other people as you were going into the game. Everybody, once in a while you get one over the line, and even the Pitt guys, if they would go over the line, they were like, oh, easy on that type of thing. So it was some good-natured fun with the Penn State folks. The game itself turned into a really good one, which maybe made it even a little more sweet for Pitt to be able to pull it out at the end instead of just having that score just run away like it did. As a Pitt fan with great weather, a great day, sharing it with your friends, all of the old folks that had come back to the game, it was about as good a Pitt alumni day as we've had in 20 or more years. It was a great day.
Some of the greats there, Sam the Bam Clancy, who made his name playing basketball, went on to play for the Cleveland Browns in football. Tony Saragusa, Super Bowl winner. Baltimore old guys, but you're not going to catch me calling them old guys. But how neat was that to see them tailgating with the fans?
It was awesome. It was really neat to see those guys just socializing with the people of their roots. And when you see the people interact with them, and it's almost like you get a chance to rub an elbow with a hero, a guy that you watched on the field, and to have them kind of come to life and just be in among the group of friends, it was really a great day for Pitt all the way around. And those guys, they're Pittsburgh people. Sam Clancy at Fifth Avenue High School guy. Come on, it doesn't get any more Pittsburgh than that. It was really a neat day.
Speaking of heroes, he truly was one of mine. Lanny for Terry, listening to the Pirate games all of those years, and one of his many students from Waynesburg University. My exceptional producer today, Michael Doomer, who bailed us out on numerous occasions. I'm going to let him talk. We're going to get him on camera in the weeks to come. And I love showing off my producers because we got some of the best in the business. Give me your thoughts on the Pitt victory. How big was it for that program, Michael?
Well, being only 22, it was definitely the biggest Pitt game I've seen. Most memorable one, of course, I was talking about with some of my friends. But it was a good game. It's a game that could possibly impact recruiting going forward because now one of the things that Franklin said when he came in at Penn State was he wanted to win the state. And I know Narduzzi said that as well. So it definitely has implications down the road, not just past this year.
All right. A good way to segue to the final segment about the Pitt win. And hopefully we'll be talking many more. Does it really help them that much with recruiting?
I think it does. I think if you lose that one, Penn State just continues on with that. We're going to dominate the state. It's all about Penn State. Especially if they had come from behind and win that game, it would have been a nightmare for Pitt. Now Pitt really has established themselves as a force to be reckoned with, and now you've got question marks with regard to the stability of the Penn State program with the coaching staff. And if you're going to drive that home at the Pitt level, that's where it's all going to come from. This was a huge day for Pitt football.
All right, let's talk Steelers, and they, of course, Monday Night Football at 8 o'clock ESPN. And then right after that game on News Radio 1020 KDKA, we've got the LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. But tonight, it's Arizona and New England, of course, without Tom Brady. Still going to be a great football game. That on Westwood One Radio as well. You can hear it on 93.7 The Fan. Marcus Wheaton is out, but you've got Antonio Brown, all world, all everything. Ben always ramps it up for the regular season. I just see them not being stopped at FedEx Stadium tomorrow night.
I think that you have hit the nail on the head, Rob. That the weapons that the Steelers have on offense, it's remarkable that you're losing three big pieces, actually four. If you're talking about Le'Veon Bell, you're missing two wide receivers that are on your roster still, and you're not even talking about the tight end. You're losing Heath Miller. Right. So it's really impressive the way that they have compiled a really good offense here, and they should be able to get off to that 1-0 start. That's important in the NFL. You only have 16 games. You got to win as many as you can.
Speaking of the Steelers, Kristen, get me a Rooney, will you? I love that beer, that brand. And I want to congratulate the Rooneys and everyone because of what happened this weekend at Heinz Field. I said it would happen because of my faith and belief was in that family, that they would build up the North Shore. They have, and yesterday, 69,000. There you go, folks. Rooney's beer. I love it. Please pick it up wherever it is sold, and it is here at Coons Market. You got to love it. But what they did by doing all of the, redevelopment, reconstruction, everything that's happened on the North Shore, it's become a city within a city. It was evident yesterday. We see it for Steeler games, but we finally saw college football shine yesterday. 69,000 plus. Congratulations, not just the Rooney's, but everybody. That was a great day for Pittsburgh sports and for Pittsburgh.
It may have been the day to move the city finally into the I'm okay with Heinz Field and Penn now.
They know what they're doing.
It was, and the marketing that they do and the production stuff that they do there. And we talked earlier about this little video thing that they do leading up to Pitt coming out of the locker room before the game. And these three Panthers that come running through the streets and then they go into the stadium. It is one of the best production pieces. If they did Emmy Awards for people putting those things together, they deserve it. I mean, when those Panthers start out at Cathedral Learning and they're like roaming around the steps of the cathedral, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's a really classic piece. I love it.
And I'll end on this note. So your parents come in for senior weekend and they're down at the stadium and Ben Roethlisberger pulls up and they'll be like, "Hey, is that Ben Roethlisberger?" And you say, "Yeah, we kind of share the same locker room."
Yeah.
It works. It's a good thing. Now, I want to talk Pirate baseball. Bruce Tanner earlier with us today, and I got to believe they're playing for next year. But the thing that I've noticed, Drew Hutchinson got to start last night. Glass now, they're trying to find a spot for him. Ront is in there. Tyler Williams is in there. Jamison Tyon, Chad Kuhl. for the Pirates to hopefully not let this happen again this year, what happened could happen next year, is the team moving forward all about pitching, because they've got the nucleus as far as every other position to get it done, but they really have to make some major changes, household changes when it comes to pitching for next year.
It does seem like they have all of the other pieces okay. Not didn't like the way the season ended up for their catching position. Cervelli really, didn't give you anything with his stick. Now he hurt his hand. That could have been an issue. You lost Chris Stewart basically for the season, so that's one question mark that you may have. And they talk about being strong up the middle, so now you got the question mark behind the plate. And I don't know what McCutcheon is now. Is he last year's McCutcheon or is he this year's McCutcheon? Those are your two question marks. But building this team with pitching staff, now it's going to be important to see what does Garrett Cole do in his last few starts going down here. Is he going to be the Garrett Cole that we thought he was going to be?
You don't want to see him go into the offseason like this.
No, he needs a little bit of momentum, a little bit of build-up. So hopefully he'll come back. I think he'll get 3 more starts before the end of the year. It would be nice to see him come out with at least one dominating performance here.
Real quick, Dustin Johnson leading by 3 shots. Final round of the BMW Championship.
He had a year,
at Crooked Stick. Ryder Cup just a few weeks away. Angelina Gerber going to replace my Gerber. Serena Williams, number 1 player in the world. I know I'll have to just move forward.
All right, okay.
It's
all
tough.
Don't worry about you.
But congratulations to her on winning the U.S. Open title. Coming up later today, if you get a chance in between all the great football, watch one of the greatest tennis players of any generation, Novak Djokovic, taking on Stan Wawrinka. All right, in closing, Denny Hamlin gets a checkered flag, NASCAR, Richmond, Federated 400. Those two sports, in the big picture, for a lot of fans around here that don't get it, but those fans enjoy their beer, they enjoy a great venue. How significant from an agent's point of view are all of the other sports, other than the traditional baseball and football that we love here in Western Pennsylvania?
Well, those little niches are huge money makers for the guys that are in it. It's hard to crack that industry. But if you can get in there, especially because you can get all of those little bits and pieces that we refer to as low-hanging fruit. You can get those $20,000, $30,000 endorsements for putting a patch on your sleeve or somewhere else. Those are great venues for guys to get into the business. And you talk about kids going to sports marketing and things like that. That's really a way to go to cut your teeth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Let's go Steelers. And more importantly, we'll join you here every Sunday, 11 to 1. The Coons Market on McKnight Road for the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. Have a great week.